Your heart has been with you through it all. Decades of joy, sorrow, growth, and change. But after 60, it needs a little more care, a little more love. In this guide, you'll discover simple, science-backed habits that can keep your heart strong, not just to live longer, but to live better. Because the best chapters of your life might still be ahead, and your heart deserves to be ready for every single one. The beating center of your golden years, why your heart deserves more care now than ever. Your heart has been with you through it all, and now it's asking for a little more love in return. There's a quiet wisdom that comes with age, the kind you can't rush or fake. It's in the way you know how to sit in silence and still feel full. It's in the patience you've learned, the storms you've weathered, the joy you've earned. And through it all, every laugh, every tear, every surprise, you've had one faithful companion, your heart. That miraculous muscle has beaten more than 2.5 billion times by the time you turn 70. Think about that. Every moment of your life, whether you were falling in love, dancing in the kitchen, or holding a grandchild's hand, your heart was there, silently working. It's not just a physical organ. It's a part of your story. But just like an old friend, your heart changes with time. What happens to your heart after 60? As we grow older, the heart doesn't give up. It adapts. The walls of the heart may thicken slightly. Arteries might become a bit stiffer. The electrical signals that once fired like clockwork may slow down. It's natural, but it means your heart has to work harder to keep up. You may notice a little more breathlessness during a walk, a heartbeat that skips or flutters occasionally, blood pressure that's suddenly less cooperative, fatigue that doesn't go away with a nap. These changes aren't failures, they're signals. Gentle reminders that the engine of your life is asking for a tune-up. Why now is the most important time to pay attention. In your 60s, 70s, and beyond, your choices can have an even greater impact on your heart than they did decades ago. That's because the body becomes more sensitive to both the good and the bad. A little bit of movement, a nourishing meal, a stress-reducing conversation. These things don't just feel good now. They help you live longer and love longer. Scientific studies show that seniors who adopt heart-healthy habits, even later in life, can reduce their risk of heart disease, stroke, and high blood pressure dramatically. One large study from Harvard found that people over 60 who made just 4 small lifestyle changes lived significantly longer and had better quality of life. The message? It's never too late. And every heartbeat still matters. Your heart holds more than blood. It holds memories. Let's talk about the emotional side of heart health, because it matters just as much. The human heart doesn't just respond to cholesterol or sodium. It responds to grief, loneliness, joy, purpose. That's why cardiologists are now trained to look at the whole person, not just the numbers on a chart. Feeling loved, having meaningful routines, staying socially connected, these things literally lower your blood pressure and reduce inflammation. So if you've lost a spouse, if your home is quieter than it used to be, if you sometimes feel invisible in a fast-moving world, know this. Your heart is still listening. And it still thrives on love, laughter, music, sunlight, and connection. A promise to yourself. In this new chapter of your life, what if you made a quiet vow, not to anyone else, but to yourself? A vow to treat your heart like the treasure it is, to move not out of obligation, but out of gratitude, to eat not just to survive, but to nourish, to rest not just your body, but your spirit, to connect with people not just to pass the time, but to feel alive, because the truth is, a strong heart isn't just about living longer. It's about living well, with the energy to laugh, the strength to hug, and the joy to keep showing up for the people who still need you. Every beat counts. What science says about heart health after 60. After 60, your heart may slow down, but its need for care speeds up. Your heart is not failing you. It's evolving. Science tells us that after the age of 60, even a healthy heart undergoes some natural wear and tear. But just like a wise soul, it becomes more sensitive, more deliberate, and more in need of gentle support. What exactly changes in the aging heart? Let's break it down without fear. Just facts and hope. Heart walls thicken. The left ventricle, your heart's main pumping chamber, may grow thicker. This makes it harder to pump blood efficiently. Arteries stiffen. With age, arteries become less elastic. That means your blood pressure can rise because the heart has to pump harder. Electrical signals. Slow. Your natural pacemaker may fire more, slowly or irregularly, leading to arrhythmias, like fluttering or skipped beats. Valves. Wear. The valves, which control blood flow through the heart, may become stiff or leaky. These aren't signs of doom. They're signs of time, and they simply mean it's time to pay closer attention. Small problems become bigger risks. A minor issue in your 40s, like slightly high blood pressure, can become more dangerous in your 70s. That's because your body's systems don't bounce back as quickly. A slower heartbeat might leave you dizzy. Plaque in your arteries could lead to a heart attack. But here's the reassuring truth. Many heart problems can be prevented or slowed down, even reversed by simple daily actions. Truly, every beat counts, and every choice counts too. Science backs hope, not fear. Studies from the American Heart Association and Johns Hopkins have shown that seniors who maintain healthy habits, even when starting late, can reduce their risk of heart disease by over 40%. Even better, positive emotional states like gratitude, social connection, and purpose have been scientifically linked to better heart health. Yes, joy is medicine. So while your doctor checks your pulse, blood pressure, and cholesterol, you can check in with your joy, your peace, and your purpose. Both are essential to a strong heart. The silent clues, early signs. Your heart might be struggling, and what to do about them. Your heart speaks in whispers before it ever shouts. If you listen, you can change everything. Not all heart trouble begins with chest pain or a dramatic emergency. In fact, most warning signs are quiet, subtle, and easy to dismiss, especially when we chalk them up to just getting older. But the truth is, your heart often gives you gentle nudges long before it cries out for help. And if you learn to notice these clues, you can protect your health, your independence, and the years ahead. Don't ignore these subtle symptoms. Here are some of the most common early signs that your heart might be working harder than it should. Fatigue that lingers even after a full night's rest. Shortness of breath during light activity, or even while lying down. Mild chest discomfort, tightness or pressure, not always sharp pain. Swelling in your legs, ankles or feet due to fluid buildup. Sudden weight gain, which could be water retention, irregular heartbeat, fluttering, skipped beats, or a racing pulse. Lightheadedness or dizziness, especially when standing up quickly. Unexplained nausea or sweating, more common signs of heart trouble in older women. These may seem small, but small things, left unchecked, can become big things. Listen without panic, but don't ignore. It's easy to feel fearful reading these signs, but don't panic. Awareness is not the same as danger. In fact, it's your superpower. When you pay attention to what your body is telling you, you take control of your future. Talk to your doctor about any of these symptoms, no matter how mild. Don't wait for something to feel bad enough. Your intuition is often right, and medical professionals today are trained to listen with care, especially to older patients. You deserve to be heard. You might have been raised in a time when people were told to tough it out. But your heart isn't a burden. It's a gift. And taking care of it doesn't mean weakness. It means love. It means showing up for the people who still count on you. So if something feels off, say something. Not because you're afraid, but because you're wise. Move with love. How gentle daily movement keeps your heart young. You don't have to run marathons to protect your heart. Sometimes the best medicine is a slow walk with someone you love. There's a myth that aging means slowing down until you stop. But movement isn't about chasing youth or proving strength. It's about staying connected to life, to your breath, and to your body. And after 60, movement becomes not just helpful, it becomes sacred. Your heart is a muscle, and like any muscle, it grows stronger with use. But that doesn't mean intense exercise. In fact, gentle, regular activity is more powerful and safer for your heart after 60 than any high-impact workout. Why moving matters more now than ever. After 60, your metabolism slows, your circulation becomes less efficient, and your risk for high blood pressure and heart disease increases. But studies show that even 30 minutes of light activity per day can lower your blood pressure, reduce harmful cholesterol, improve blood flow and oxygen delivery, reduce the risk of heart attack and stroke, improve mood, sleep, and joint function. Even standing up more often, walking around the house, or stretching while watching television can make a real difference. Gentle movements with big impact. Here are heart-friendly activities that are safe, enjoyable, and deeply beneficial for older adults. Walking. The gold standard. It strengthens the heart, boosts circulation, and clears the mind. Even 15 minutes a day is powerful. Stretching and yoga improves flexibility, balance, and calms the nervous system, reducing heart strain. Tai Chi, a gentle, flowing practice that enhances balance, breath, and inner peace. It's been proven to lower blood pressure. Chair exercises. For those with limited mobility, seated leg lifts, arm movements, and resistance bands can keep circulation flowing. Gardening or light housework. Not just chores, these are forms of nurturing movement that serve both the body and soul. The key is consistency, not intensity. Your heart thrives on gentle rhythm, not strain. Move with joy, not obligation. Don't think of it as exercise. Think of it as a love letter to your body. Put on music from your younger years and dance in the kitchen. Take a stroll while calling an old friend. Stretch with your grandchild beside you. Let movement be a celebration, not a chore. And remember, your pace is perfect. You're not in competition with anyone, not even your younger self. You're moving to stay here, to stay strong, and to keep sharing your heart with the world. Eat to strengthen, simple, heart-loving foods that make a daily difference. Every bite you take is a message to your heart, and it listens with love. Your heart doesn't just run on rhythm, it runs on what you feed it. After 60, your body processes food differently. Your digestion slows, your metabolism shifts, and your nutritional needs become more specific. This doesn't mean giving up the joy of eating. It means learning how to eat not just for pleasure, but for protection. And, thankfully, food can still be warm, comforting, delicious, and deeply healing. The heart's favorite foods. You don't need a trendy diet or a complicated plan. What your heart loves is simple, nourishing food that supports circulation, lowers inflammation, and keeps your blood vessels healthy. Let's talk about some of the best choices. Leafy greens, like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard. Packed with nitrates that help regulate blood pressure. Berries, especially blueberries and strawberries. Rich in antioxidants that protect your blood vessels. Oats and whole grains help lower cholesterol and keep your arteries clear. Fatty fish, like salmon, mackerel, sardines. Full of omega-3s that reduce inflammation and irregular heartbeat. Nuts and seeds, especially walnuts and flax seeds, offer healthy fats and fiber. Olive oil, a heart-loving fat that lowers bad cholesterol. Beans and legumes, high in fiber, protein, and nutrients without the saturated fat. Dark chocolate, moderation, full of flavonoids that may lower blood pressure. These aren't diet foods, they're heart companions, and they can be made into meals that feel like comfort, not sacrifice. Foods to be gentle with. It's not about cutting everything out. It's about being mindful of what wears your heart down. Limit foods that are high in saturated fat, found in fatty meats, butter, full-fat dairy. Trans fats, often in baked goods or processed snacks. Added sugars. Watch for hidden sugar in cereals, sauces, and drinks. Too much salt, which can raise blood pressure. You don't have to give up everything you love. Just reduce how often they appear on your plate. Your heart doesn't need perfection, just consistent kindness. A joyful plate, a stronger life. Eating heart-healthy isn't about fear. It's about fueling the life you want to keep living. Try cooking with your grandchildren. Share a nourishing meal with a neighbor. Experiment with herbs and spices that bring flavor without the salt. Let food become part of your daily ritual of care, because when you sit down to eat, you're not just feeding your body, you're feeding your strength, your energy, your ability to show up for the people you love, and your heart. It says thank you with every strong, steady beat. The restorative power of rest, sleep, relaxation, and heart repair. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for your heart is simply to rest and listen to its quiet healing. After a lifetime of hard work and care for others, your heart deserves moments of deep rest, not just the physical kind, but emotional and mental peace too. Sleep and relaxation aren't indulgences or signs of slowing down. They're essential for your heart to heal, recharge, and stay strong. Why rest matters more after 60. As we age, the quality and patterns of sleep often change. You might find it harder to fall asleep or wake up more during the night. These changes are normal, but can quietly strain your heart over time. Scientific. Studies link poor sleep and chronic stress to higher risks of high blood pressure, heart attacks, and strokes in older adults. Without enough restful sleep, your body produces more stress hormones, your blood vessels become inflamed, and your heart has to work harder. But the good news? Improving sleep and relaxation can lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and protect your heart in ways that few medications can match. Creating your restorative routine. Here are gentle, loving habits to help your heart rest deeply. Keep a regular sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends, to help regulate your internal clock. Create a peaceful bedtime ritual. Reading, soft music, or warm tea can signal your body it's time to relax. Avoid screens at least an hour before sleep. Make your sleep space cozy. A comfortable mattress, cool room temperature, and blackout curtains can all improve sleep quality. Practice deep breathing or meditation. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day can calm your nervous system and lower heart rate. Nap mindfully. Short naps, 20 to 30 minutes, can restore energy without disrupting nighttime sleep. The heart-body connection in rest. Rest isn't just physical, it's emotional. Loneliness, anxiety, or grief can keep your heart pounding even when you lie still. That's why connection and kindness toward yourself are key parts of heart health. If worries or memories crowd your mind at night, try journaling your thoughts or talking to a loved one during the day. Let your heart feel heard and cared for. Remember, you've earned the right to rest, not because you're done, but because you're vital. Your heart is still strong when you give it moments to heal. The people who keep you alive. Love, connection, and heart health. No heart thrives alone. Connection is the pulse that keeps us truly alive. As we journey through the golden years, one truth becomes clearer than ever. Our hearts don't beat only for ourselves. They beat for the people we love, the memories we cherish, and the connections that make life meaningful. Science now confirms what the heart has always known. Strong relationships and a sense of belonging are as vital to heart health as diet and exercise. How connection protects your heart. Loneliness and social isolation can raise the risk of heart disease and stroke significantly, studies show, comparable to well-known risk factors like smoking or high blood pressure. When we feel disconnected, our bodies react with stress responses that increase inflammation and strain the heart. On the other hand, nurturing friendships, family ties, and community involvement lower blood pressure, reduce stress hormones, and boost overall cardiovascular health. Simply put, feeling loved and needed is medicine. Ways to strengthen your heart through relationships. Reach out, call a friend, invite a neighbor for tea, or reconnect with family members. Even a few minutes of warm conversation can uplift your heart. Join groups. Whether it's a book club, gardening circle, or a faith community, shared interests build bonds and joy. Volunteer. Helping others not only creates connections, but also brings a deep sense of purpose that energizes your heart. Spend time with grandchildren. Their laughter and innocence can bring lightness and happiness that nourish your soul. Express gratitude. Tell people you appreciate them. Gratitude lowers stress and strengthens relationships, creating a positive cycle for your heart. Purpose fuels the heart. Beyond social ties, having a sense of purpose, a reason to wake up each day, has been linked to longer life and better heart health. Whether it's tending a garden, sharing wisdom, or simply being present, purpose gives your heart a mission that matters. Your heart beats with stories, love, and resilience, things no disease can take away. Stress less, live more, simple techniques to calm your heart and mind. Stress is the heart's silent thief. But peace is the greatest gift you can give yourself. We all face stress. It's a natural part of life. But after 60, chronic stress can weigh heavier on your heart than ever before. It tightens your arteries, raises your blood pressure, and accelerates the aging of your heart muscle. Yet, the beautiful truth is, you have powerful tools to soften stress and protect your heart. Starting today. Why stress hurts your heart. When you're stressed, your body goes into fight or flight mode, releasing hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. While useful in emergencies, prolonged stress floods your system with these chemicals, leading to increased heart rate and blood pressure, higher inflammation levels, narrowing of blood vessels, risk of heart rhythm problems, all of which makes your heart work harder and increases the chance of heart disease. Gentle ways to find calm and protect your heart. The goal isn't to eliminate stress completely, that's impossible, but to manage it in ways that soothe your heart and mind. Here are some gentle, practical techniques especially suited for your golden years. Deep breathing. Simple breaths. Inhale slowly through your nose, hold for a few seconds, then exhale gently through your mouth. Can quickly calm your nervous system. Mindfulness meditation. Sitting quietly and focusing on your breath or a calming image for just 5 to 10 minutes a day can reduce anxiety and lower blood pressure. Progressive muscle relaxation. Tense and then release muscle groups one by one, helping your body melt away physical tension. Nature time. Spending time outdoors, whether walking in a garden or sitting by a window with plants, has been shown to reduce stress hormones. Creative expression. Painting, knitting, or journaling can turn worry into peaceful focus and joy. Laughter. Watching a favorite comedy or sharing stories with loved ones isn't just fun. It lowers stress hormones and strengthens your heart. You are more than your stress. Remember, stress doesn't define you. Your courage and kindness do. When stress arises, greet it with compassion, not judgment. Give yourself permission to rest, to ask for help, and to embrace the simple pleasures that bring your heart peace, because a calm heart beats longer, stronger, and fuller. When to seek help. Understanding medical care for your heart. Being strong doesn't mean doing it all alone. Sometimes, real strength is knowing when to ask for help. Your heart has carried you through decades of joy, sorrow, and change. And while healthy habits go a long way, there are moments when medical support becomes not just helpful, but necessary. Getting regular checkups, recognizing warning signs, and building a good relationship with your doctor can literally add years to your life and quality to your days. Listening to the whispers before they become shouts. The heart often whispers before it cries out. That's why it's important to pay close attention to early signs that something might not be right. Persistent fatigue or shortness of breath, especially with mild activity. Chest discomfort or tightness, not always sharp pain. Sometimes it feels like pressure. Dizziness or lightheadedness. Irregular heartbeat or heart racing unexpectedly. Swelling in your ankles, feet, or legs. Unexplained nausea, especially in women. Jaw, back, or arm discomfort. These symptoms don't always mean something serious, but they're your heart's way of asking you to listen. The sooner you check in, the better your chances of preventing a major issue. The value of regular heart checkups. After 60, it's wise to have regular cardiovascular screenings. These may include blood pressure checks, cholesterol and triglyceride tests, blood sugar tests. Diabetes is closely linked to heart health. Electrocardiograms, ECGs, to assess rhythm. Echocardiograms or stress tests if needed. Your doctor isn't. They're just to treat problems. They're your partner in prevention. Don't hesitate to ask questions or express concerns, even if they seem small. It's your right to be heard, and your life could depend on it. Trusting the process and yourself. There's no shame in taking medication if it's needed. Millions of people after 60 rely on heart-friendly medications like statins, blood pressure pills, or blood thinners. These are tools, not signs of failure. The key is balance, lifestyle changes where you can, medical support where you need it, and don't forget emotional health. If fear, anxiety, or past trauma keep you from seeking help, talk to someone, a counselor, a loved one, even your doctor. Your emotional well-being is part of your heart care too. You've cared for others your whole life. Now it's time to care for you, with the same gentleness, attention, and love. A heart full of life. Living fully, joyfully, and purposefully. After 60. Your heart isn't just beating. It's inviting you to live, love, and begin again. Reaching 60 or 70 isn't an ending. It's a beginning of a different kind. A chapter. Where you get to live not by expectation, but by inspiration. Your heart, no matter its age, still responds to joy, laughter, and purpose. And science shows that people who stay engaged, curious, and connected live longer, and with far better heart health. Because at this stage of life, joy isn't a luxury. It's a form of healing. More than just years, it's about meaning. Studies have found that seniors with a sense of purpose, a reason to get up in the morning, have a lower risk of heart disease, stroke, depression, and even memory decline. Whether it's caring for a grandchild, tending to your roses, writing your life story, or simply being a source of warmth to others, you matter. Your presence matters deeply to this world. You don't need a big mission to live fully. Sometimes, it's the small things that mean the most. Sharing stories with a neighbor, teaching a child something you've mastered over time, laughing with old friends, cooking a favorite meal, sitting in silence with someone who needs comfort, walking through the same garden, yet noticing something new. The heart as a compass for living well. Let your heart be more than a muscle. It can be your guide. Ask it what makes you feel alive, what gives you peace, what fills you with gratitude. Then lean into those things, however simple they may seem. Joy can be quiet or wild, private or shared. It lives in both your memories and your present moment. And when you follow it, your heart becomes lighter, more open, and even more resilient. You are still becoming. You are not finished. Your story is still unfolding. Every beat of your heart is a miracle of resilience, a sign that you still have love to give, wisdom to share, and new chapters to write. Whether you're dancing, praying, gardening, reading, or sitting beneath the afternoon sun, you are alive. And that is a beautiful thing. So live with grace, move with care, laugh without apology, love deeply. Let your heart, now seasoned with time and truth, be full, not just of blood and breath, but of life. Keeping your heart strong after 60 isn't about strict rules or fear. It's about creating a life of gentle habits, deep connection, joyful movement, and loving awareness. The heart may age, but it never stops growing. So keep listening to it, keep honoring it, and most of all, keep living with it wide open. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next video. See you in the next video. Stay happy, stay blessed.